Welcome to Dark Matters TV, where we delve into the darkest corners of true crime. If you're fascinated by real-life mysteries and criminal investigations, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Today's story is as disturbing as it is perplexing. A tale of obsession, meticulous planning, and a senseless act of violence that shocked an entire nation. Nason Sardi was born on December 22, 2003, in Thailand. At the age of 4, he moved to the UK with his parents, eventually settling in Croydon, South London. His family established a successful fruit import business, providing a stable and comfortable upbringing. Sardi attended local schools, including Selden Primary and Riddlesdown Collegiate, where he studied BTC sport from 2020 to 2022. Teachers described him as a quiet and serious student, not particularly social, but diligent in his studies. Despite his academic focus, Sardi struggled with social interactions, particularly with women. Rejection seemed to affect him deeply, leading him to seek solace and connection online. Under the usernames Nskills and Ninja Killer, he frequented forums discussing criminal behavior and infamous UK murder cases. His fascination wasn't limited to the crimes themselves. He was particularly interested in the investigative processes, often analyzing how killers were caught and what mistakes led to their arrests. This obsession took a darker turn as he began purchasing weapons online, including knives and an axe. When his parents discovered these items, they were understandably alarmed and confiscated them, leading to increased tension within the household. Following this incident, Sardi moved in with his grandfather and aunt, distancing himself from his immediate family. Despite the upheaval, he continued his education, enrolling at the University of Greenwich in the autumn of 2023, switching his focus from physical education to criminology. At university, his behavior raised eyebrows. Lecturers noted his unusually detailed questions about forensic procedures, investigative loopholes, and methods to avoid detection. One tutor even joked, "You're not planning a murder now, are you?" A comment that, in hindsight, was chillingly prescient. If you're finding this story as chilling as we are, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a case like this one. By early 2024, Sardi's obsession with crime had intensified. He conducted extensive research on Bournemouth, focusing on the West Cliff area. His online searches included queries like, how long does surveillance footage last on a camera, and how to move without being seen by a camera. He even investigated whether it was harder to run on sand or pebbles. Sardi made several trips to Bournemouth, staying overnight and spending his evenings walking along the promenade alone. He meticulously mapped out CCTV camera locations and identified blind spots, particularly around Durley, Chine, a quieter part of the beach. On May 21, 2024, Sardi boarded a train from Croydon to Bournemouth, checking into a travelodge under his real name. Over the next few days, surveillance cameras captured him walking purposefully along the promenade, always alone, always observing. On May 22nd, he visited a local cinema to watch The Strangers, a horror film about masked attackers committing senseless killings. This choice of film, so close to the date of his planned attack, suggests he was seeking inspiration or validation for his actions. On the evening of May 24, 2024, Amy Gray, a 34-year-old personal trainer, and her friend, 38-year-old Leanne Miles, were sitting by a small fire on Durley Chine Beach, enjoying the peaceful ambience. Unbeknownst to them, Sardi was watching from the shadows. Without warning, he approached and launched a brutal attack. He first targeted Leanne, stabbing her multiple times. Amy bravely intervened, shouting at him to get away from her friend. Sardi then turned on Amy, stabbing her 10 times, one of which pierced her heart. Despite her injuries, Leanne managed to escape and call emergency services. Paramedics arrived within minutes, but it was too late for Amy, who was pronounced dead at the scene. Leanne was rushed to the hospital with 20 knife wounds, but survived the attack. Sardi fled the scene, discarding his clothes and the weapon. He returned to his hotel and, the following morning, traveled back to Croydon as if nothing had happened. Let us know in the comments what you think so far, and while you're here, click subscribe for more gripping true crime content. The investigation into the attack was extensive. Despite the lack of DNA evidence, police utilized CCTV footage to track Sardi's movements before and after the crime. His meticulous planning and attempts to avoid detection were evident. Sardi's internet search history revealed a disturbing level of premeditation. He had researched how to commit and conceal a violent crime, focusing on areas with limited surveillance. His fascination with crime and desire for notoriety were apparent. On December 18, 2024, Sardi was found guilty of the murder of Amy Gray and the attempted murder of Leanne Miles. The court heard about his obsession with violence and his deep-seated rage towards women, stemming from repeated romantic rejections. In March 2025, Sardi was sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 39 years. The judge described him as a social misfit with a grievance against women, highlighting his lack of remorse and the calculated nature of his crime. Amy Gray's wife, Sion, paid tribute to her, describing her as a strong and beautiful woman with an infectious laugh. She expressed her desire to keep Amy's memory alive and ensure that justice was served. Leanne Miles, who survived the attack, spoke about the trauma she endured and the bravery of her friend, Amy, who saved her life. Sardi's case raises questions about the intersection of mental health and criminal behavior. While no formal diagnosis was made, psychological assessments noted features of autistic spectrum disorder. It's crucial to understand that ASD does not inherently lead to violent behavior, but these traits may explain his social isolation and intense focus on specific interests. His obsession with crime, combined with his social struggles and feelings of rejection, created a dangerous combination. The case underscores the importance of early intervention and mental health support for individuals exhibiting concerning behavior. The tragic case of Nason Sardi serves as a stark reminder of how unchecked obsessions and unaddressed mental health issues can culminate in. The murder of Amy Gray by Nason Sardi was a calculated and senseless act of violence that shocked the nation. It was the culmination of a young man's descent into obsession, fueled by a fascination with crime and a desire for notoriety. As we remember Amy and honor her memory, let us also remain vigilant against the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface, and strive to prevent such tragedies from occurring in the future. If this story moved you, please consider subscribing to the channel. We tell the stories that deserve to be remembered, the lives that were lost, and the darkness that must be seen to be understood. Your support helps us keep their memory alive. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and take care of one another.